Hey, thanks for tuning in. Here I am offering you some of the wisdom that I've gained from guidance. By the way, guidance, if you don't know, haven't read anything about me, is an energy that I channel. That's right. It's the woo-woo portion of this program. Anyway, today I want to talk to you about manifestation and manifesting and how to do that. And I'm mentioning it because yesterday on my live and free readings that I do on Facebook, by the way, a woman asked that question: how do I manifest? And let me just start by saying that I think there are probably as many ways to manifest as there are to do my hair, maybe even more. So I'm not telling you that this is the definitive way, but I do want to share with you the things I've learned from guidance and also my own experience with manifestation. And so the first thing I want to tell you, and I think what I'll do is offer a few of these in stages so you can grasp, maybe do some practicing in the meantime. Because the very first stage, the very first thing that we all have to understand when we want to bring something into our life is to really understand if there are any blocks getting in the way of that. And I'm saying that because something guidance has taught me, and I think many of you probably already know this, so I think maybe it's just going to be a reminder for many of you. But when we want something and there's something that is unconscious about that want, it can be fear, it can be old ideas. I'll give you an example. Many years ago, I had a hard time manifesting money. And I always felt like there was a ceiling to the amount of money that I could bring in. And I didn't understand it. And it was just always there. Bills were late, that kind of thing, right? And I finally had to do what guidance asked of me, which is, well, what's blocking? Because money is a tool. Money is just energy, in, out. It's not really anything about the money. It was really about my belief systems or my perceptions. So I had to really start thinking about, well, is there anything about my understanding about money or myself related to money that isn't allowing for money to come my way? And what I realized is that I had negative views about people who have a lot of money. It was this idea that people who are rich, I grew up very working class. My parents didn't have a lot of money. That was kind of a big problem between the two of them. Anyway, I'm not going to go into all my past, but, I had this idea that people with money were, shitty people. They weren't generous. They weren't nice. They weren't good. They were selfish. The list goes on and on and on. They were egomaniacs. They were full of themselves, all this kind of stuff. And I had to start looking at that. I mean, there are plenty of mentors when I look around at people who have money, who are very generous and very kind and very willing to offer what they have and share, and also are benevolent. They give a lot to charities. And what a great feeling that must be to have money to offer to others who don't have as much. And I mean, I could go on and on about my list of the positives. With more money, we can do more things, more wonderful things. And so I had to really look at the fact that I was blocking money coming to me because unconsciously, of course, I thought somewhere that if I had money, I'd become like those horrible people that I was imagining. You understand energetically what's going on there? I'm saying to the universe, I want money, and I'm saying that people with money are terrible people. Well, that certainly blocked me having more money. That's just, I think, the best example. So I think the first most important thing is to understand if there are any things that you believe, any ideas that you have that are blocking what you want manifested. Fear is another one. Sometimes we say we want the success, but we're afraid of that. Maybe we're not really ready. So we have to kind of understand that too. Now, for this first video, I'm not asking you to do anything about your realization. I mean, if you can do something about it, if you can change your perception, or there are other things you can do, I'm not going to go into it here. I will in the next video. But for now, just to spend some time discovering, to spend some time asking yourself important questions. Is there something that's blocking the manifestation, something that I might be creating. What would happen if I did manifest what I want? How would that feel? So those are some good questions to get started, and I'm sure you can come up with your own. Listen, if you like my videos, please subscribe and please leave your comments, ask your questions. I'm curious to know how you're reacting to this, and maybe you have questions that I didn't answer right here. And in the next video, I promise I will elongate on next steps to manifesting what we want. What is it that we believe would energize our lives and energize our connection to the universe? All right. I love you all. Thanks again for being here. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe. Check me out on Instagram and YouTube. And on Mondays from 2 to 3 p.m., that's Pacific time in the United States, I do offer live and free readings on Facebook. All right. Thanks for stopping in. Bye.